And we are back at Iron Interviews, continuing the conversation with No Serotonin Radio's artists about their songs in the upcoming Evolution collection. Here is Stu Ghost. Stuart, tell us about your song Override.
Well, this may be a surprise, but Override was an old demo for Eternity, the band I used to play keys for. My demo. Toby, the guitarist, made all of our demos to work off of. The guys didn't like my demos. Besides that, Override is about realizing to be yourself and guiding others to also be themselves.
Can you tell us more about Eternity, especially after separating to pursue solo work?
Well, to be honest, I didn't want to pursue a solo career. I settled down with my partner after so many years, back-to-back tours and albums with Eternity. The relationships in the band became strained, and I haven't talked to the guys in years now. As for now, doing solo work with NSR, I'm perfectly fine with that since I get to work on my demos now.
How do you go about making your songs as just a keys player?
I collaborate with different musicians, actually, whoever the station brings in. Nothing big, just a guitarist and a bassist, especially for Override. I played all the keys and the synths, and I added all the drum samples from the original demo. Pretty simple. If anything, I'm also learning different instruments at the moment.
Thank you for your time, Stu Ghost. Very interesting insight into your life at the moment. Here's Quips. You're releasing a song called Crawl No Reaching, an interesting name. Tell us about it.
Crawl is a throwaway from my new album that I released a while ago. It combines both thoughts of reaching out to be someone's friend and losing out on meaningful moments. How we crawl to have real connections is an irritating experience. We can't reach if we are just crawling though. I'm not saying this coming from real experience, but rather just some thoughts I had, especially when discussing it with some close friends.
A unique combination of thoughts, very interesting. So, with your long-awaited album out now, and continuing to work with NSR, how is your life faring you?
Well, I would say it's been busy. I've been traveling the world for some cool visuals for the album. I even got to make them with my closest friends. Amazing filmmakers, really. After releasing the album, I'm more motivated than ever to keep making music. I'm debating though if I'll return for the next collection.
Well, that is something to point out. You are doing well in the album sales compared to single sales with the song that you have previously done with NSR. How do you feel about your rise in your career?
Well, I think dance reviews certainly helped out on promoting my album. Although it was a completely different sound. I rented out that album with a certain lifestyle, and that was exploring different botanical gardens in my city. It's infused in there, with a little bit of it in Crawl. It must have been a sense of discovery for people, and it resonated with them. I'm really glad people enjoy it, and it keeps me motivated to make my next one.
Very glad to hear, Cody. You're making very impressive music, and we can't wait to see what happens. And now it's time for our next artist. Here is Ollie. The song he wrote is called Medicate Me, I'm Homesick, following a similar name scheme as Quips' song. Nonetheless, tell us what the song is all about.
Well, for shorts, Medicate is a song that I made on the road when I went on tour. It was just a small tour for my mixtape that I released quite a while ago before joining the station. Yet, it was a long trip, and a lot of online reactions was scaring me. A lot of crazy comments and hate comments. Anyway, Medicate. Yes, so the demo of it was made when I was on the road, and then the full version we worked on at the studio that the station provides. As for what I talk about, listen, it was a lonely tour, and I got into a bunch of texting arguments with some of my friends back home. Big bag of emotions, really.
Is it scary being at this position in your career?
Well, I blew up at random, so yeah, it is scary. First people liked Lovely, then people hated Lovely, and then people listened to the mixtape, then people found it decent, and then popular internet reviewer found it, and they called it decent. I don't know. I don't even know what to do now after finishing the tour and getting the new song ready. Like, do I want to work on an album? I don't know. I would like to relax about it.
Well, do you have any ideas for a new album?
No. Maybe. I've not written anything concrete down.
Oh, well, we do have time for another...
Oh, it's okay. I pass. I'm done here.
Alright then. Well, we have one more artist joining us, and they are NSR's new artist, Smithergenes. Here is Smithergenes, also known as Vlad Cooper, a brand new artist discovered by No Serotonin Radio and brought 2 songs to the Evolution collection, Royalty and Reanimated. Vlad, tell us about your songs.
Let's talk about Reanimated. So, I've been experimenting with sounds on my free time. I have a lot of demos, of course, but Reanimated is the true final results of what I wanted to show. As for the song itself, it's based on some past careful feelings on relationships. Not based on me, no, not my own experience, but rather based on some experiences that I've written down through some conducted interviews with some strangers.
Wow, a unique approach. But tell us a bit more about Royalty.
I was a stand-up comedian, but also a poet. I guess I now do social experiments with music now. Tackling aspects of life, mix of how we react to different situations. That's where the name comes from. Smithereens is what encapsulates life in terror. My life is in smithereens. Combined with genes, it is part of us that creates what we are. Keyword what is a combination of who and what. Smithergenes.
It's interesting to see the way your mind works when creating this. Though, going back to your other song.
Alright. Royalty isn't actually my song. It was a song that the station gave me. Basically, they said it was to draw more attention to my name. But I liked it enough. So I made a few changes, and that's about it. Well, I guess it's not exactly part of my process. So I dug up some old poems of mine to add some new lyrics, reworked the original lyrics, and that's all.
That's interesting to end off. Thank you for your time, Vlad. We hope to see more from you. Thank you for tuning into Iron Interviews. No Serotonin Radio Evolution comes out.
Will you join to override? No reaching for a restart. Creasy on when I think of you getting through. Medicate me before it's too late. I'm homesick after the